We're good on Facebook now.
All right, everybody, welcome to the TyTy Takeaways with John and Nate. And so we're excited to be here with you guys today. So thank y'all for tuning in and thank y'all for watching today. So as you see, we're running a little bit behind today. It has been a full day in my schedule. Brandy's not feeling the best right now, so she is at home. And Nate, my co-host, is
The backup co-host when Brandy's not here.
That's right. He's in the saddle today. So thank you guys for tuning in. So is there any new or any exciting information coming from TyTy? Just in general. Anything going on? I mean, in particular, Super Bowl. I don't even know who's playing the Super Bowl. Do you?
I don't watch sports.
That's awful, Nate. You and I.
But I do know we had a big attendance yesterday for Sunday morning.
Yes, that was a big day. Big attendance yesterday. A lot of people here.
Yeah, we had the choir loft filled.
Yes.
And we barely had any open seats out on the pews still.
Yeah, it was a full day yesterday. I was thinking about that today. The last 2 weeks have been really, really full. And it dawned on me today, it's been like today's the 29th, so it's been 34 days since Christmas. That's really not that far. And I think people now are just starting to get settled back into a normal routine, settled back into school. Yeah, they're settled back into school, they're settled back into a routine, and, church is becoming a regular thing again, from the holidays. So,
yeah.
I think we should continue to expect to see people come, and we got to keep making room for people, right?
Yes, and also we need to try to get some of those people coming to Sunday school that don't come for Sunday school.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yesterday we had a Sunday school meeting.
Yes.
And you were in that Sunday school meeting.
Yes.
And I think they said we had a lot. Our attendance last week was the highest that it's been in a while for Sunday school. She said.
I think.
Yeah. That's a big deal, and that's one thing we're going to talk about today is Sunday school, just really how vital Sunday school is to church and to our spiritual life, spiritual growth, community, fellowship.
Yeah, it's more, instead of being sitting in a big group, like in the sanctuary, you're sitting smaller.
Yeah, that's right.
That's smaller discipleship.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So Sunday school is key. So you attend Sunday school regularly, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too. I'm here every morning for Sunday school. And one thing that I have done recently is I've kind of visited different classes. We have a lot of different classes.
Yes, I know my mom's class, they'll get into back and forth sometimes.
Yeah, I was in your mom's class yesterday, actually. She was there yesterday in the class that I attended. And that class, Thomas Googe teaches that class, he and Miss Carla. And that's an adult Sunday school class. And that class always has really, really interesting discussion. Always really good discussion.
But that's also the benefit of Sunday school. You get out is sometimes you can get to introduce interesting discussions from other people's viewpoints that may change your viewpoint on the Bible too.
That's right, yeah. It was a really good class. And there was actually a pretty large group of people in there yesterday. And so that's a class that meets in our Sunday school wing behind the sanctuary, behind the baptism pool. If you walk through there, it's all
between
the way
the nursery and
that's right.
where the children's Sunday school / children's church meet.
Yeah, you hang a left and it's down there on the right. And that was a good class. There's a good group of godly people that meet in there. Thomas does a wonderful job. Yesterday we studied about the centurion who had a sick servant that sent word to Jesus to come, and it was just a great lesson yesterday. And then also, I've had the privilege of attending Wayne Markham's Sunday school class. And Wayne's class, it's also an adult Sunday school class. It's for singles, married. His is more of a senior adult class. They meet in the social hall. And I tell you what, Wayne, he's a quiet guy, but he is a really good Bible teacher. Like, he makes you feel very comfortable in his class. He makes you feel welcome in his class.
If you don't understand something, he'll explain it probably in a different way than you originally explained it.
I tell you, he's just he teaches in a very clear way. And his class is, they did a little mission project this past year. Two things that our Sunday school director encourages all Sunday school classes to do is to do a quarterly fellowship and a mission project as a Sunday school class. One of the best ways to get really connected in First Baptist TyTy is the Sunday school ministry, the small group ministry, discipleship ministry.
Because they'll also have announcements that won't be announced.
That's right.
In services.
That's right. And then also I've got to sit in another adult Sunday school class, is Ty Cottle's class. He and Maria.
Which meets out in the gym right
that's
now.
That's right. They're meeting in the gym right now, and their class is really growing. And Ty brings a lot of good information. I noticed Ty, about his class, he's always got notes where he always brings a lot of extra to the table. And now don't tell Ty that I said this, but Ty, he's an emotional teacher. Like he's very emotional. It's not abnormal for Ty to get to teaching and just get stirred spiritually, and sometimes his eyes will water up because he'll be so touched by the material.
That's like a mini sermon before the main sermon to get the Holy Spirit going.
Yeah, hey, Ty is a phenomenal teacher. He brings a lot to the table, and Maria, of course, and I'm sure Maria does all the work for Ty. Maybe not, I don't know. And but they're a good team, and their class is, really predominantly like a late 40s, 50-year-old class. A lot of couples in that class, but there's some singles in there as well, and there's a few older couples and younger. But that's a great class.
We also try to have a Sunday school class based on how you prefer to have Sunday school. Like if you prefer to have discussion more.
That's right.
Or if you need it to be said clear, because you can easily misunderstand it sometimes.
Yep.
Try to have it separated like that.
That's
at
right.
times, I feel like.
And then another class that I have attended too is Mr. Greg Crumley's class. And Brother Greg's class meets in the sanctuary. And again, that's another adult class. There's people in that class from 25 years old to 93 years old in that class, all ages in between. And Brother Greg, he is a fireball Sunday school teacher. I mean, he's like a preacher, really. He really gets fired up on his material, on the subject that he's teaching. And I do hear discussion in that class. Brother Greg, he's like a machine gun. Da 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 da. But
he will take a break and
let
people discuss.
People do interject in that class, and it's a very good class. But each teacher, whether it's Thomas, Ty, Wayne, or Greg, they're all gifted different, and they may appeal to a different kind of person. So, if you're new or newer to First Baptist TyTy and you really don't feel connected, those are 4 adult Sunday school classes, and you should visit each of them. And I would encourage you, don't just visit it one time, but maybe say, I'm going to go to Ty's class for a whole month.
Yeah, like do 4 Sundays back to back to get a better feel for it. And then, if it still doesn't connect with you, try someone else's class.
Then say, I'm going to try Greg's class for 4 weeks. Just try that class. Sit in there. See all the different and the way God's gifted that teacher.
And then after you visit all the class, why not go and whichever one you feel more connected with, go and stay with that class.
That's right. And all our Sunday school classes are Bible-based. They're straight from the Scripture. We do use a Sunday school curriculum that kind of keeps us guided and on the point and on subject.
Yes, and we do have books through that too.
That's right. You can take the book home and you can do your...
Brandy just commented that the youth answered questions last Sunday in class.
You can read that?
I can.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So also we have, and Brandy just commented, we have a youth Sunday school class that's 7th through 12th grade that meets in the gym in this youth room.
In the new youth room that's
just been remodeled, renovated, and it's right beside us. It's right through that wall, 2 walls.
On the other side of the wall, through a breezeway.
That's
so
right.
It's the back. You'll come in the gym, go straight back into that room
That's
at
right.
the very back.
And so Brandy teaches that class, and that class had a full class Sunday. That also is a good class. Brandy really is gifted to teach the Bible, and she's great, particularly with women. But also with youth and then with children, especially at sharing the gospel. And I'll tell you, if you're a student here and you don't really feel connected, jump in that Sunday school class. You'll feel right at home there. And then also we've got a class for young adults.
We have 2 classes depending on if you are a couple or college and career.
Yeah, that's right. We have a college and career class, which is John White and Amy White's class.
Which I got to that one.
That's where you go. And then we have...
that one can be sparing at times.
Yeah.
Because college students.
They're in and out of town. That's right. I've seen up to 11 in that class before.
And then there can be just me or one other person in there at a time.
That's right. So then also we've got Cephas and Kathy. And they really are geared towards... young married couples. Some singles come in there, but mostly it's geared towards married couples.
Or if they're engaged to be married.
That's right, and that's really where I would like to put a little pressure for a little bit right now. If you are married, young married with children, young married without children, engaged to be married, Cephas and Kathy, they are great mentors. They have a good marriage. They have a godly marriage. They love people, and
if you have a kid and you're not comfortable with them going to the nursery for a little bit, they're okay with them in the classroom too.
Yeah, and
until you get comfortable to see if the kid's comfortable with nursery or children's church.
That's right, and we've got Sunday school classes for all your children, so your children can go. We have Sunday school classes for every age of children. We have nursery. We have Kayla and Michael that teach the little children. Then we have Miss Lisa that teaches kind of the older children up through 6th grade. And so we've got classes there. But if you're a young married couple, I want to encourage you, come check out Sunday school. It's a great thing, and it's a needful thing.
And if you do come and you don't know where to go, we should be starting to have a Connect tent out front.
That's right.
Before church. Sunday school.
That's right. So
where you meet someone that will guide you to the class.
And I'm glad you brought that up. So this Sunday, when you arrive at First Baptist TyTy, you're going to see a pop-up tent, like a canopy, out in the front yard, lawn. I say yard. And it's going to have 2 people from our church, at least 2 people, and they'll be greeting you as you come into the church. As we leave the church Sunday, it'll be a place where our Sunday school teachers will gather around that tent, so people that aren't yet plugged into Sunday school can get familiar and get connected to our Sunday school teachers.
So I do see Brandy said take advantage of the nursery.
Free child care while you talk about God. That's right.
And also I see my mom was saying she was praying for Brandy to get better.
Yes, that's right. Pray for Brandy to get better, because my life is easier when Brandy is better. Right, Nate?
Tag team it.
That's exactly right. Well, she probably pulls a little more weight around.
But y'all try to tag team it.
Yeah, we do. We try. So, but yeah, Sunday school was a big. Brandy and I, even before we got married, we were in Sunday school together. We've always been in Sunday school. We've always attended Sunday school. We've always thought that Sunday school was important in our life. So I encourage you to definitely get involved in Sunday school. So so Sunday at church, we had a family join the church Sunday.
Yes.
A shout out to the family that joined, Lamar and Jennifer Griffin. Lamar and Jennifer Griffin joined, and then also we had a young lady saved that came to faith in Jesus. And that's a big deal. And we had another lady rededicate her life.
And also, I will say, Wednesday we had 2 youth get saved, too.
Yeah, 2 youth saved on Wednesday. So we're baptizing again, February the 11th.
Yes, which I will be out of town.
Where are you going to be, Nate?
Winter Jam.
Winter Jam? With who?
My mom, my sister, and her boyfriend.
Why aren't we taking the teenagers to Winter Jam?
We're going to try to take them to Wild Adventures for one of their concerts. That's a Christian artist.
So look, all the youth that want to go to Winter Jam, Jamie and his mama take you. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It's prepaid already.
Your mama just had a heart attack watching.
She probably did.
Yep. So anyway, so who's all going to be at Winter Jam this year?
Crowder, Kane.
Are any of your heavy metal bands going to be there?
Not the ones I normally listen to, but I think it's Seventh Day Slumber is going to be
Seventh Day Slumber. It sounds like a chill band.
But no, they're more of the like hard rock.
See, Nate here likes heavy metal Christian music.
Yes. Like, it may not sound Christian until you dig into the lyrics.
Yeah.
Which, that's also how I'll get people that aren't Christians to hopefully plant that seed.
Yeah.
Because, like, when they, like, oh, what band is this? I'm like, oh, it's this band, they're Christian. Like, that does not sound Christian, but I'm like, listen to the lyrics and you'll understand.
So that's a good point. So what do people mean when they say that doesn't sound Christian? I wonder what they mean.
Like,
by
it doesn't sound like a praise song.
It's not like a piano, maybe?
Some of the songs are like, one of the songs called Feed the Machine.
Yeah.
It talks about you're feeding society.
Yeah.
But towards the end of the song, they're talking about kill the machine. It's like you break away from the society standards.
Yeah.
To be able
and
to
that's
God.
our sign. Don't be conformed to the pattern of the world, of society.
And there's a song called Perfect Life, which is talking about how society and the devil fool you into thinking you have a perfect life when you don't always have to have a perfect life.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. So Nate, he likes that kind of stuff. So Winter Jam, that's coming up, so you'll miss out on Baptism Sunday. But
I'll be here hopefully on that night for the Valentine's banquet.
Yeah, so we do have the Valentine banquet. Nate, you bringing up so many good things here. So the Valentine's Day banquet, that's going to be an exciting time. Be sure to sign up either on the paper sign up in the foyer or online. We also will have a QR code available. Don't sign up more than one place. We need to have a head count. Last I heard, over 40 have signed up so far.
Yeah, Mom said that was not her. At our old church where we used to live, we did take the youth to Winter Jam.
Yes. We got to get Jamie doing that. Come on now, Jamie, we need you.
Well, we're going to see how they prefer Wild Adventures before, and hopefully next Winter Jam we'll do it with the youth.
That'd be great.
So that is a 3.5 hour concert minimum, they say on the website.
Yeah, well, that'd be fun. So sign up for Valentine Banquet. We're going to have the Newlywed Game. I think Brandy and I are going to share a devotion that night together. I don't let Brandy have the microphone much because Brandy, when she gets a microphone, she likes to talk about me sometimes, and she likes to take the things that I say and turn it into something else sometimes. So I try not to let her get the microphone much, Nate, but she is going to have a microphone at the Valentine banquet, I think, maybe. And so I don't know what else we're going to be doing. We're going to eat together. It's going to be a great time. So be sure to attend that.
And I will say the banquet is taking place instead of the normal evening service. The banquet will be the evening service.
Yes, that's right. Sunday night service will be in the gymnasium. That's right. So just, several things to keep looking for as T-ball begins. If you've not registered you're a student for T-ball, be sure to go on the website or our Facebook page and register and sign up for T-ball. I believe the first 150 students to sign up are already paid for. And we're over 100 students.
Last I heard, we're at 99.
No, we're over that. We're over 99. So there's not many spots left. So if you have grandchildren, if you have great-grandchildren, your children, be sure to get them signed up for T-ball.
Where are the ranges for it?
So the range, I think, is it 4 years old? I can't remember. I don't want to say, but I think it's like 4 to 10, I think. And we have coach pitch and T-ball. I'm probably way off on my ages there. It may be 3 to 12.
We'll see if we can get that posted on Facebook.
Yeah, it's posted somewhere. So
and it should be in the bulletin too, I think.
Yes. So what else we got coming up, Nate, that we need to remember?
I know Easter's coming up soon.
Easter's coming up. Hey, Easter, be prepared for the details on Easter at TyTy. We're calling it Easter at TyTy. That's what our plan is for Easter Sunday.
My mom said that It is on Facebook for T-ball.
Okay,
Age
great.
range.
Does it have the age range there? It's on Facebook. Great. Also, just hey, here's something to put on your calendars. It's looking, you know, Easter be here in 2 months, right?
Yes.
March 31st. It's already almost February. But remember, Vacation Bible School dates have been set June 23rd through the 27th. June 23rd through the 27th. So be paying attention to details for that. So on Sunday, is there anything about the sermon we want to recap or talk about?
I can't think of anything else.
We don't have our notes. Brandy's not here.
Brandy's the one that takes the most notes.
Yes, Brandy usually takes care of all the notes from the sermon, but we talked just real quick, go over my points again. Out of Ephesians 2:11 through 22, we talked about the place that God dwells, and the message was about the church. And God dwells in a church that has humility. God dwells in a church that practices equality. And God dwells in a church that has unity. And we looked at those three things Sunday, how important those are in the church and the Christian life. So, and then Sunday night, Miss Margaret Keck, she shared is Sanctity of Life month in January. And Margaret is on the board of our local pregnancy crisis center. And she shared about all the women that are helped in the pregnancy crisis center, the education, the follow-up, the prevention that they seek to help mothers with. They provide formula, diapers, job training, how to open a checking account, how to...
They show how to help live with the kids.
Yeah, life skills. So, and then, our church supports that ministry annually. And so that's a great ministry there. It gives churches a place to refer young women that are going to be mothers that may be considering whether or not they should have the child. And, Nate and I would just say this: if you're pregnant and you are afraid, don't do anything dumb. Don't terminate that child's life. Sometimes I think, people that are raised in church, we tell them all the time, don't have sex before marriage. Don't have sex before marriage. And then we don't provide a way for them to be redeemed if they do that.
Yeah. My mom, she said, if you want to go and do it before you're married, we'll support you, but you have to, if you get someone pregnant, you gotta take care of the child with them.
That's right. You gotta get a job. That's right, and take care of that child. So look, if you're out there today and you've been taught what the Bible teaches about not having sex before marriage, and if you end up getting someone pregnant or you get pregnant, please don't allow shame and guilt to drive you.
Because that's actually the devil talking to you at that point.
Right. That's right. There's always forgiveness in Christ. There's always redemption in Christ. And listen, you may not have planned that child, but God can use that child. God has a plan for that child. So, if you have sinned and you've had sex before marriage and you are pregnant or you got someone pregnant, please don't terminate the life of that child. Don't terminate that pregnancy. Seek wisdom, seek help, seek advice. I know you may be scared to death of what your parents will think or what your parents will say. And you may be thinking, my parents will kill me. You may be thinking what your church is going to say, what your church is going to do. I'll just say this. If your mom and dad kick you out, if your church throws you out, come see me. Come see us here at First Baptist TyTy.
We'll get you in
We'll
the right
get you in the right
direction
direction.
to help out with that.
I think it's important for you to hear life's not over, right? Life's not over.
God will shut some doors, but open up other doors.
That's right. This always stands out to me, Nate, about in the Bible. David was married and Bathsheba was married, and they committed adultery. and then David had her husband killed. David married her. David had a child with her. The judgment on David's sin and Bathsheba's sin was that child died. But then they had another child together, and that was Solomon. And did you know that Bathsheba is in the line of Jesus? So God can take sin, and God can use it and redeem it for His purpose and glory. So there's always hope, right? There's always hope.
There is.
So
you may have to pay for some of the consequences at first.
That's
but
right.
it may turn around to be a blessing that you didn't think of before.
That's right. That's exactly right. So listen, no matter where you are, be sure to seek good, godly counsel and wisdom. So what else you got, Nate?
I have nothing else right now.
Nothing else? All right, well, listen, y'all have a great night. God bless you, and we'll look forward to seeing y'all Wednesday night for our Wednesday night services and activities for all the children. God bless.